subscribe to my channel Making Impossible and press the bell icon so that you don't miss any one of my upcoming videos.
Yo, what's up friends? I'm Sholazari and welcome back to Making Impossible, the channel that teaches you how to make the impossible and be the smartest person in the room. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you an amazing color changing technique which I call the counterclock color change. Because in this case, you're going to spin a card counterclockwise and it's going to change its color in front of your eyes. So without any further ado, let's see the performance of this card trick and then we're going to know how it's done. This week's Instagram feature goes to Dave Magic. Follow him on Instagram. Link is given in the video description.
I'll feature one lucky Instagram user every Monday in my Smack That Monday episodes. If you want your Instagram profile or page to be featured in my next Smack That Monday episode, follow the simple steps that are given in the video description. So now, let's continue.
Okay guys, here's the performance of this card trick. Now as you can see, I have this deck of cards completely mixed up, right? And let's say the spectator selects a random playing card. For example, in this case it is the 9 of spades. I'm just going to take the 9 of spades and put it back somewhere around the center of the deck. Okay, now I'm just going to take a look at the top card, and in this case it is the king of clubs, not the 9 of spades. So I'm just going to take this king of clubs and I'm just going to keep it somewhere around the center of the deck, just like that, with 3/4 of the card outside of the deck so that you can see it properly. You can see this card right over here and you can see my other hand, it's empty. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this card and give it a spin just like that, and then that card is going to change into your card, your selection, the 9 of spades. So that's what the color change looks like, and let's see how you can do this color changing card trick. Okay guys, here is how this card trick is done. Now for doing this card trick, all you have to do at first is, after your spectator selects a random playing card from the center, you have to just put it back to the center of the deck and then again control it back to the top of the deck. And your spectator shouldn't know that you have already controlled their card to the top of the deck, and you can control their card to the top of the deck by any means you want, any card control you want. I have tons of controls in my basic section of the playlists, so if you want to learn some card controlling things, you can just check out the basic section. And then after controlling the spectator's card to the top of the deck, all you're going to do is you're just going to do a double lift. Okay, and as you do a double lift, you turn two cards as one. Now since you turn two cards as one, for the spectator it looks like that you're turning just one card and they are going to think that this is the actual top card, but under this card, below this card, the spectator's actual card is hiding. So after you have done the double lift, all you're going to do is you're just going to hold the cards, these two cards, just like this, and while you're going to hold these two cards, you're going to refill down the bottom card a little bit, and then again you're going to grab it, but with a little bit of break between these two cards, because this break is going to help you to position these cards for the color change. So after you have done this, you have to hold the cards just like that, because if you hold the cards just like this, the spectator is going to see that there are two cards and you have a break between them. So make sure you hold the cards just like that, and then you're going to refill down the side of the deck, and then you're going to put these two cards together over here at the gap. Now while you're going to put these two cards at the gap, you're going to slide the bottom card at the gap, and then you're going to slide the top card 2-3 cards above the gap. Now you're going to do that at the same time. So you're just going to start with the top card. You have to just put it somewhere, you have to slide it somewhere, just 2-3 cards above the gap, and then you're just going to put the bottom card in the gap and then slide it just like that, and keep the cards at this position, the 3/4 part of the card outside from the deck of cards. Okay, so if you at this position, if you check these two cards, they are having one card, or sometimes they are going to have a little bit more amount of cards just between them, and this is necessary for the change. So for that reason, you're going to have this gap between these two cards, and then again after refilling down the deck, you're just going to slide these two cards just like that with one or more cards between them. And then you're not going to close the deck of cards, you're just going to keep this gap open with your thumb, and make sure that your thumb's this part is right at the corner of the deck. So for that reason, what you do is you keep this corner of your thumb at this top at the top of this bottom packet at this corner, and automatically the other side of the thumb will be on the other corner of the packet, okay, on the bottom corner of the top packet. So your thumb will be creating a pivot point just over here. So all you're going to do is you're just going to have this two cards together, and then you're going to just slide it right over here somewhere around where these two cards will be outside just like that. 3/4 of the cards will be outside just like that, and then you're going to have your thumb in that position because your thumb is going to act as a pivot point for the bottom card. And then all you're going to do is you're going to turn this side so that your spectator doesn't see this gap, okay. They are going to think after you have turned this side you have closed the gap. So after that, after you have turned this side, what you're going to do is you're just going to rotate these cards. Now as you see one thing, if you see one thing here carefully, since the bottom card is pivoted, it is actually spinning and the other card is going to go inside just like that. Now I'm doing this with one finger, for that reason you are able to see what is happening. So if I do it with all my four fingers closed, then you won't be able to see what is actually happening, and the card has actually come right under the cover of my entire hand. And then after it has come under the cover of my entire hand, what I do is I bring this card entirely back to the bottom using my hand, and then I use my thumb to push it just like that up to this point. And then after that I again go back just like that and spin this card outside. So in full speed it would look somewhat just like this, okay. It would look somewhat just like that. So at this point the other card which was displayed to the spectator is right now sticking outside towards me, so that the spectator can't see it. It is sticking outside just like that, and the card is faced up. So we have to get rid of it, and we can get rid of it in two ways. Either we can do a color change that I showed you maybe last or before the last week. I showed you a color change where you could just put the card over here and then do the color change just like that. So I have a tutorial for it, and the link to the tutorial will be given in the description box as well as in the card. So make sure you check that out if you want to again change that card back to this card, or if you don't want to change that card back to this card, then after this card is in jogged just like that, after this card is coming out from this side, you're just going to after you have done the color change and after this card is coming out from this side, all you're going to do is you're just going to take this card, hand it over to spectator, or maybe just turn it over on the top of the deck, and then as you go to grab this deck of cards, you're just going to go like this, use your thumb to push this card this side. So as you push that card this side, the card will be outside just like that, and then you're going to grab this deck of cards, and under the cover of this hand you're just going to do the squeeze turnover shift, which will bring that card to the bottom of the deck face down and make this deck of cards again in the normal position, bring this deck of cards again to the normal position. So that's how I do this card trick, that's how this color change takes place, and that's it for the tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did so, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at @ShoelAzari. Also, if you have any questions, you can use the comment section for that, and don't forget to subscribe to my other channel, which is a pretty savage channel. I post funny videos and entertaining videos over there, and the link to that channel will be given right in the description box as well as in the cards. And don't forget to smash the subscribe button of this channel if you're not a subscriber yet, and turn on the post notifications so that you don't miss my upcoming videos and my future Smack That Monday episodes. Peace.